Welcome in, everybody. It is Monday Night Thunder on the Dirt Racing Network. Double show for you tonight. First up, Beardsconsin UMP Modified Series. They are taking on the dirt track at Charlotte. Round number 5, just over the hump, halfway. Looking down the backside of the season. About 13 or 14 at last check for tonight's action down in the pits. Ready to do battle. Right now, Travis Johnson is the quickest of them, but Adam Vinny by a couple of thousandths. Just as quick. Sam Bachman is right there. Reed Rundle is right in there, and then you drop a 10th from 5th on back. That's Westfall, Ostendorf and company heading on down. Only driver I see not taking time right now, John Brunner, and I don't know, Randy may be along in a minute, he may not. We never know. I do see Mr. Bill into the chat. Hello already, Mr. Bill. I don't know who else is here. Guys, shout out. Don't care if you're on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Trovo. Shout out in the chat. Say hi. Let us know where you're watching from. If you are on Facebook, like, share, and follow us. If it's your first time with us, YouTube, Twitch, and Trovo, you hit that subscribe button. You know every time we go live. Big blocks are coming up about 9:30 Eastern. Going to be a good night of racing. We expect a few more to show up for the big block. There's Mr. Brunner right there. Your brother hasn't gone out yet. Maybe still a little nervous. This is a big track. A lot of speed. I don't know where he's at. I see him in the server. I just don't see him on the track. I don't really know. I do know that we're getting close to having our invocation and national anthem. We are going to get ready to go do that here in about 10 seconds. And when we come back, it'll be time for these boys to qualify. And then we're going to get dirty all night long tonight on Monday. We'll be right back.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All righty. Big thank you to the Foley boys once again. We are watching the end of the practice session. We got it on the Lumberdew Jack Wagon, the 43 of Reed Rundle right now. Matt Westfall, the Ohio Hombre, back in the house again tonight. Jacob Schmutz, Garrett Halsey's in here tonight. It's good to see Garrett back racing again. I know Garrett Boyd is in here. I hadn't seen him in a little while, but he was here last Monday, I'm sure. Feels like I've been gone for a month, and I know it's just been 6 days, but the show last Tuesday was the last one for the week last week, and it has just been I don't know. It's just been a minute since I feel like I've been on the air. So I did find out that our Thursday night shows are coming back on the 15th of August, and we will run through the second week of October with one bye week late in the season with those guys. They shot a wad of cash over and wanted to secure my services. You know, it's hard for me to say no to money. It really is. It's crazy. I see Mindy in the chat as well, and Jay's here. Hopefully everybody else will make it. We're watching qualifying, and that is Travis Johnson. That 25 car. Boy, the track is bumpy. You can just see the car bouncing. You can hear the engine up and down on the RPMs when the car bounces. 1596 for Johnson. Jacob Schmutz about to come around. Ryan Paget is around here. He is about to complete his first time lap. I'm sorry. Ryan Paget times it in, fourth quick. Westfall, second quick right now. Let's go look at our man Larry Moody. That plain white wrapper on the 73 machine. Devin Hauer, one of the fastest drivers in the series across both the UMPs and the big blocks at DSRL. He goes 1585, and that is a 10th quicker than Johnson. He practiced very slow. He was about 11th, 10th. And I think he was sandbagging it a little, just not showing what he had. So gets out here, goes super quick. Johnson is still second. Adam Vinny down to 13th quick. Bad night to start things. There's Garrett Halsey trying to finish up his second lap here. Halsey's going to stay the same. He actually slowed down about a 10th right there. Schmutz is off track. So qualifying pretty much done. The only car not taking time, it's going to be the 46 of John Brunner. 14 drivers in the service. It's going to be a good night of racing. A couple of 7-car heats, and then right to our 40-lap feature. But Devin Hauer, quick time for the evening. He'll pick up the bonus points in the championship for being there. We will get ready to go down for the lineup for heat number, wrong button. We'll go look at the lineup here. It's going to be the 73 of Larry Moody on the pole, and he is going to have the Ohio hombre Matt Westfall in the 54 on his outside. Row 2, the 20, Dylan DeWert. He's going to be on the left side of that row, and your quick qualifier for the evening in the 316, Devin Hauer, with that smoking 1585 lap. He will start P4. Third row, the 98, Ryan Paget inside, the 1J, Jacob Schmutz on the out, and then on the back of this first heat, the Lumberdude Limousine, the 11 car of Adam Vinny. Pace lap around. They're going to show them where that start line is down here in turns 3 or 4. It's going to be dead in the center. It's going to be one of them big fat white tractor tires down there right in the middle of the corner, straight up from it on the wall. It'll say Charlotte. That is where these guys are going to be allowed to start this evening. It's coming up right about there. Next time around, the pace truck will drop off on the backstretch. They'll get us going out of turn 4 with Moody and Westfall on that front row. He was very quick in the practice session. Did not qualify well. So we'll see if the 11 car of Adam Vinny can go worst to first, or at least worst to the top couple here. He's in a pretty good field of cars right there. Everybody in here is fast. There are no slouches in this entire series, so we'll just see. Waiting on Mr. Mooney's picking up the pace. There he goes, right at the line. And he got a good start. So he'll have 3 or 4 car length advantage getting into 1 and 2. Slips a little. That's going to close things up because Westfall was perfect. So was Hauer. DeWert is down on the inside, that black number 20. They were 3 wide at the exit of 4, but Hauer threads the needle, drives right through into second place, and now it's just going to be a matter of time before he runs down your leader, and he may get him right here in 3 and 4. Not this time. Moody with a good drive off the top keeps the lead. DeWert and Westfall still going at it. Westfall off the bottom, slide job across the nose, and he grabs third. We're going to see a slider right here out of Hauer. Hauer to the bottom, up to the top, new leader. 2 laps in, Devin Hauer takes the top spot for Moody. Westfall to third, DeWert to fourth, and DeWert is under fire again. Here comes Jacob Schmutz trying to make a move on the inside. Vinny's picked up a spot. He is 6 now. Padgett's falling all the way back off of these guys by about 10 car lengths. Right to the top and around to the rim with the drone cam. 1 and 2, Hauer was just ripping the lip right there. And we'll see if he goes and does it again. Yeah, he is going to go right to the cushion. Right rear, right in the edge of that fluffy stuff. And he's going to go, whoa, scrapes the fence. I don't know what he's going to do now. He may have to stay at the top because the car was completely unweighted. He is starting to gap out on these guys. He's almost out to a full second. Moody is going to be under fire because DeWert got around Westfall while we were watching that. And now DeWert trying to make a run at the second spot. White flag lap. Can DeWert get around Moody? You got a good run right through the center of turn 2 right there. Now DeWert is going to move Moody back to third. It's going to be Howard. Devin Hauer picking up the win. DeWert second, Moody third, Westfall, Schmutz, Vinny, and Pageant rounding things out. So Heat 1 already in the books. No muss, no fuss. Everybody going to be able to continue on easily into the feature, and we'll get ready for heat number 2. And this is how we're going to line them up. It's going to be the Lumberdew Jackwagon, the 43 of Reed Rundle, onto the pole, and he'll have the 088 of Garrett Halsey on his outside. Sam Bachman, the 007, inside row number 2, next to Travis Johnson in the 25. Then you'll see Tom Ostendorf in the 32, row 3 to the inside with Garrett Boyd in the 21 on his outside. And we're looking for that 46 of John Brunner, and I don't see him, but he's scheduled to start P7 in this one. So 6 cars, again 8 laps. Everybody's going to the feature. This is just going to be for their starting spot. This will be the outside row when we get ready for feature time here in just a little bit. All right, they showed them where the start line was, so the next time around, that means we are going to get ready to kick the green flag. Wonder what happened to John. I thought I saw him in chat as well. I do not know what happened to Mr. Brunner. Hopefully he'll be back for the second show. Pace truck ducking off, getting out the way. Green flag going to fly this time out of 4. Halsey and Rundle getting us going here. Reed Rundle, nice and easy, bringing him to the line, jumps on the gas.
Green, green, green.
And he'll have a good, clean, clear start. Rundle going to lead lap 1. Halsey slides across the nose of Johnson right there on the exit of 4. He takes second first lap. They are starting to stack up behind and spread out. Here comes Garrett Boyd. Ooh, tiny bit of contact when Johnson tried to cross over Halsey right there. Neither driver too much out of shape, and it looks like Johnson going to take over that second spot. Halsey right on the bottom. That's not a bad way. It's just short way, and there's a lot of tack down there right on the very inside, especially in 1 and 2. Garrett Boyd now up to the 4th spot. Started 6th. He's picked up 2. Back of the pack, that's going to be Ostendorf and Bachman battling for it. We're getting ready to have a battle at the front. Reed Rundle, you got company, buddy, and you better pedal faster, Fred Flintstone, because they are coming. There comes Halsey right on the bottom. Good drive right through the center and right off the exit. He is going to pull alongside Halsey with the slider, and we got a new leader halfway through heat number 2. That was Garrett Halsey that time. Travis Johnson now trying to go top shelf. Use that momentum, keep the car wound up and go around Arundel. He is going to do so. So now it's going to be a battle between Johnson and Halsey for the heat race win. Lap and a half remaining. Johnson, good run off the top of 2, but he didn't close up much. He's going to have to cut down now. That slider slowed down. Halsey. Oh, he clips the tire. Left front tire looks like it might be hanging off of the 00 or the 88. That car really out of shape. There is Johnson going to sneak by. Oh, yeah, Travis Johnson snuck by. That damaged left front got Halsey all out of shape. He still comes home second. Arundel, Boyd, Bachman, Ostendorf, and Brunner rounding things out. But off of turn 4, Halsey got way out of shape, and he got into the door of Travis Johnson. Woo. Oh, man, that sucks. Tell him to head back. He was in for the practice session. He probably just has to start last in the feature, so just tell him to come on back. Guys are going to get a little bit of warm-up time here. Travis Johnson, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man. We saw some excitement there in your heat race, and I don't know if you know or not, but Mr. Halsey lost his left front tire getting into 1. I'm pretty sure that's why that car was so far out of shape coming out of 4, because he was driving it on 3 wheels. But, man, you were able to make some moves. You made some passes there. We watched the FTM boys in their heat. You got something to go up there and get a win? I know we talked about it last week that you were going to have to really do some work if you were going to chase these guys down.
Yeah, I sure hope so. Yeah, I wasn't sure what happened on that. On that last lap, I thought I left him plenty of room, but that makes sense if he was missing the right front. But yeah, we'll see what I have for him in the future. Hopefully I have enough to compete with them. And they don't just run away with it like they have the past few weeks.
Well, I was curious because I remember us talking about, it's gonna take a little special effort to try to figure out what these guys are doing and catch up to them. And you're always kind of right there, just that little bit short. Have you figured out what the little bit was over the off week?
No, not really. I've been experimenting with some stuff, so hopefully I can keep the car underneath me on exits and get that little extra drive coming out of the corners. I feel like that's where I have a hard time, is keeping the car straight on exits, but I don't know.
What's the track look like?
The track's really good right now. Hopefully it's not just top dominant in the feature. Hopefully we get 2 lanes, one around the bottom and one around the top, so we can mix it up and do some good racing.
All right, man. Well, we're going to wish you good luck. Hopefully we get a chance to talk to you at the end of this one.
Yeah, I hope so. Look forward to it, Roger.
All right. Travis Johnson, former series champion. Looks like the whole gang is here now. Who's got the whiskey? Who brought the whiskey? We got to know. Jay and Beard's here. Everybody's here, man. I'm telling you. When everybody's here, we got to have a party. Well, it's a little rusty. He's got to knock the rust off that thing. I would go somewhere with that whole thought process, but I'm not going to. I think it's played its 15 minutes, and we should be done with it. Oh, all right, Beards. Well, you're going to pour me a double. Neat, please. John Bronner on the racing surface. Got the 46 car off the mothballs, figured out what his electrical problem was. Missed his heat race, but he is going to be able to compete in tonight's 40-lap feature here. He's missed a lot of laps. So he is, he is figuring things out right now, I am sure. You're trying to make me go where I was not going to go, aren't you, Jay? You're just trying to egg me on, aren't you? Not going to do it. 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 I said, if I repeat it enough times, it's got to become the truth, right? I mean, that's how politics seem to work. That's how the freaking mainstream media seems to work, so. Making him? What did you do? Handcuff him and drag him? And I will tell you this, my wife never makes me go on vacation. We're talking, ours isn't until February, and I'm ready to go today. Just screw it, let's pack a bag and we're out of here. Never drag me on vacation. Never make me go. I want to go. All right, practice session coming to a close. That means that it is feature time. 40 laps of dirt and fury. The Beardsconsin UMP Modified Series, Round 5. I wish I had smart enough to put the points in front of me, but I was not tonight. Don't you threaten me with a good time, because I'll take you right up on it. All right, let's get ready to look at our starting lineup for our feature race tonight for the UMP mods. It's Devin Hauer and Travis Johnson. A couple of heavyweights going at it here off the front row. Dylan DeWert and Garrett Halsey. Row number 2, Larry Moody and Reed Rundle in row 3. And then you'll have Matt Westfall and Garrett Boyd in row 4. Row 5 is going to be Jacob Schmutz and Sam Bachman. Our 6th row, Adam Vinny and Tom Westendorf. And then we'll hit that back row, and it'll be Ryan Padgett and John Brunner. 14 modified drivers. $40 times around under the green flag. Well, that's a long time to give somebody the silent treatment. I'm just saying. All right, lights are off on the pace truck. The one to go signal out of the starter stand. That means out of turn number 4, Hauer and Johnson. Man, you could almost make a hotel chain out of that. Really close. Well, we're going to one of my favorite places on this planet for vacation this year, and I have missed it for the last almost 2 years.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag. We are underway. Through 1 and 2. Hauer has it all to himself. They're 3 wide behind him for second. Johnson's going to come off the top side and grab the spot. Oh, big pileup. That's a big pileup, folks. We should get a caution. I can't throw one, but we definitely should get one. We're going to go back. Boyd is going to be in this. Somehow. Oh, he got hung up in the fence. And they all just squeezed out. Yeah, there's just not enough room for cars. Yep. There's a bunch of guys injured in this one. That was not pretty. We got a couple of laps in, but, man, we had a lap 1 down the backstretch. Bachman, Boyd, Westfall. I think Larry Moody might got a little piece of it. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, let's see if we can get a little closer. Oh, Matt Westfall's car. Whoo! Left front, hanging out, right front, all towed out, cambered out. He's dragging pieces and parts. Bachman off track. Boyd off track. Boyd's car looks just as bad. So Boyd caught the fence out of 2 a little bit. It drug him down. It put him in about a 3 or 4 wide situation there. And I don't know if everybody knew there was a car up against the fence out there. And everybody tried to go up a little wider and get to a better entry angle, and as soon as the car's touched, woo, bad, bad, bad. Just ugly. So we're going to slow some things down. Looks like our pace truck ready to head off. We're going to get back to green. Almost everybody's back out here. I think Matt Westfall decided that car's a little hurt. He's hoping for another quick caution, then get some things fixed, and he can get back without losing some laps. With the green flag back in the air, Devin Hauer once again. Quick jump to the front. Halsey trying to hold second. Johnson working the top side, trying to take that away. Once it comes up, +5. Travis Johnson finds fence at 2. That's going to cost him 4 spots. Maybe a 5th if he's not careful, because there's Adam Vinny. We're just talking about his improvement through the field. And Adam Vinny not going to be able to get around Johnson. He's going to stay right there in the 6th spot. He had company up the inside for a split second. I don't know where Larry Moody went to. He must have fell back. But Howard's out in front. Halsey has second. DeWert is running the top side, trying to close in. He is just going to stay out there. Right now it looks like it's the low side in 1 and 2 is good, and then the middle to top in 3 and 4 are really good. Halsey clips that tire just a tiny bit. I don't think it hurt the car a whole lot. He came right up in front of Dylan DeWert, and DeWert just gave him a nice little push down the backstretch. Travis Johnson now working to the outside of Reed Rundle. That's going to be a battle for 4th, and it looks like Johnson's going to have it. DeWert is 3rd. Halsey is still married to the bottom in 1 and 2, and it looks like it's really working for him. He's able to hold off DeWert. He is closing in on Howard. Howard may just be saving a little tire like he does, try to make a late race escape. Half a second the gap. 1st to 2nd is about 3/10 to 3rd, and that's closing up right here in 3 and 4. That's going to be down to about a car length. DeWert just doesn't have as much momentum on the top side of 1 and 2, but man, he makes up for it down here in 3 and 4. Right there when that slider goes up the hill, and Halsey has to wait on the car. Now they're side by side. Can DeWert do something off the bottom of 3 and 4? Just not enough momentum. He really needs the middle the entire time through the center of that corner. Travis Johnson is still 4th, and Reed Rundle is 5th. There's a battle. Adam Vinny, Larry Moody going at it at 6th and 7th. Adam Vinny staying wide, running up against the cushion. Lower side of 1 and 2 looks to be where it's at. Ryan Paget, that is 8th place. Jacob Schmutz and John Brunner in your top 10. Everybody else off track. No one else making lap. Tom Ostendorf has had a problem, and he'll take his car into pit road. Out front, 1.1. The gap between 1st and 2nd, and that battle is not over because DeWert has closed up the gap. Halsey now diamonding the corner in 1 and 2. Slider still in 3 and 4. Now DeWert pulls alongside. He's got the middle rolling down there in 3 and 4. He's the slider line in 1 and 2, and that may open the door for Halsey to come right back at him. And sure enough, there is Halsey going a car length in front. This is a good battle for 2nd and 3rd. Halsey's got the drive through 1 and 2 up off the bottom, and he's going slider line in 3 and 4. right there is what's costing him, because DeWert is able to keep the car flat and level and just roll through the corner and keep his momentum up. And now Halsey just trying to figure out where the best line is. Meanwhile, Hauer is just getting away. We're creeping in on halfway this time by. It'll be 20 down, 20 to go. Larry Moody has completed the pass back here on Adam Vinny. And now he's trying to reel in Reed Rundle. We're going to go back to that battle for a second because it's the only good battle on the track right now. And it's far from over. Now to work with the slider, and he's going to leave just enough room for Halsey to go right back past him. Slider in 1 and 2, and Halsey's going to go to the bottom launch pad right there, and that car just lurches, flies up off the corner. This a fantastic battle. No two ways about it. These two are really going at each other. Duwert's reeling him in 3 and 4, but he is just not making any time. Oh, and that time the change of line really confused Dylan Duwert. He wasn't able to turn the car in where he wanted to. It's going to open the gap just a little bit. I think he can close it back up. I think Duwert will run him back down. It's just really difficult for him to get around because the two lines are intersecting in weird places, and Duwert isn't able to drive away once he clears Halsey. Meanwhile, Johnson is starting to reel those guys in. We go back a little ways. Reed Rundle still out in front of Mooney, who is still in front of Vinny. It's quite a ways back to Paget, Smutch, and Brunner. And Brunner's back here just at the start-finish line, and the leaders are coming out of turn 4, so about a straightaway. And I don't know if lap traffic will become a factor or not. I don't think Devin Hauer is going to suffer any for it anyway. Halsey seems to have found something, and he is able to maintain pretty fair gap right here over Duwert. .25 seconds this time, as that's 12 laps remaining. 16:55 lap times. Lap cars about 12 seconds behind, or in front of the leaders. I mean behind the leaders, so about 4 seconds in front of. Sometimes the math is hard. Halsey still running that line, and you can see right through the middle is where Hauer is going in 3 and 4, and he is going to go to the top side of 1 and 2. That is what his teammate Dylan Duwert is doing as well. Nine laps to go. Now Schmutz and Brunner are starting to go at each other. And they are allowing the leaders to get within 2 seconds of them. So the lap traffic may become a factor for Hauer. I seriously doubt it's going to do much to him. The gap is huge, 3 seconds. And now Halsey's starting to get away from Duwert. He has opened up about 6/10. Travis Johnson's all by himself. He's got about 3 seconds behind and about 3 seconds in front of. As Reed Rundle has a top 5 run going right now. Lap traffic right in front of the leader, coming around to 6 to go. John Brunner, the first car. Going to go a lap down under green. Wirt gets by him. Halsey is a full straightaway behind. 68 and a 77, first and second last time on the stopwatch. 64 this time and a 67. So times equaling a little bit more. Jacob Schmutz down here. Schmutz The next car on the lap parade, with only 4 laps remaining, may or may not, and he might get right to it. Right in front of that is Ryan Paget. Devin Hauer closing right in on these guys. He's going to get it down to 2 to go. He's out to 3 3/4 seconds over second place, Garrett Halsey. We're watching Smuts and Paget battle for 8th, and they're right in front of the leader who took the 2 to go signal that time. Feel like the white flag lap could be the lap where he has to get around these guys. Here it is coming out right now. One more time around for your leader. Howard brushes the fence getting into 1. He's going to get around Paget down the backstretch. I don't think he's going to get the Schmutz. Howard picks up the win. Halsey's going to come home second. Dylan DeWert in third. Travis Johnson and Reed Rundle rounding out our top 5. So we'll get ready to talk to our top 3. We will wait for second place. Hopefully Mr. Halsey will make his way in. There is Mr. DeWert. All right, let's grab him and get him in here. Dylan DeWert, you there, buddy?
Yep, I got you.
All right, man. Well, I mean, you had a caution on lap 1. You guys went green the rest of the way, and it looked like the track changed a lot, and you were closing in for a long time there and then started to fall back. Use up your stuff?
Yeah. That, and I got into the wall a couple times, and it was hard to get off it, and straight wasn't quite straight anymore, so I was fighting the car a little bit. So, I mean, it was just, I think I used him up regardless, but that didn't help.
Well, you know, if you hit stuff, sometimes things bend. You're not supposed to hit stuff.
You know what? Yeah, you're onto something there.
I might be onto something. You may be right. I've heard that a couple of times. Anyway, it looked like a pretty good race, though. I mean, the track looked like it was kind of, moving around a little bit. We had a big slick groove in 1 and 2, and the entrance of 3 and 4 looked like you had to enter in 2 different lines if you wanted to keep any kind of traction. Were you having any trouble getting into the corners at all?
Just kind of late race. Other than that, I mean, 90% of that thing, I mean, the cars would pretty much be able to go anywhere. I mean, it was pretty racy, so I mean, you could make one line work a little better than the other, but you could mix them up just to keep the momentum up, and it seemed pretty equal. So,
well, a great run, man. A podium finish here. Give me some shout outs, and we'll let you start getting ready for the big black race here in just, I don't know, what is it, about an hour? About 30 minutes.
I have no idea what time it is. Sure, that's fine. Well, congratulations to Devin. On thanks to all the other guys at FTM, Gunner Response Speed Shop, Dean with Super Dirt Car, MBI TV, Bombs Tech Services, and you for putting us on, making us look good, and giving us a place to race. Thanks, Roger.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on a good way to start the evening. We'll look forward to seeing what you can do in the big blocks in a little bit. That
cool. Yeah,
is your third. You bet. That is your third place finisher, Dylan DeWert. Now, we do not have our second place finisher, Garrett Halsey, but that is okay. We are going to move right on to the winner. He didn't show much in the practice session, and I called it. He was sandbagging a little bit, not wanting to show his hand. He went out and dominated the qualifying session, gets his heat race win, and then comes in here and he goes flag to flag by about 3 seconds over these guys. Devin Howard, you made it look too easy, my friend.
Yeah, in the beginning there, I came in late and didn't really have anything. Was kind of toying around with some sets and everything. And then heat race rolled around, and I think we had something after qualifying and everything. And then I tried something else out in the warm-ups, and, you know, I think I found something and threw a little bit more fuel in it, and I think from there we were good to go.
Yeah, you made it look pretty good. You were right against the fence in 1 and 2, and then a couple of car widths down. The fence in 3 and 4 just a little too tricky, or was it just a lot better line if you moved it away from in 3 and 4?
In 3 and 4, I don't think there was quite anything built up against the wall as much as there was in 1 and 2, like normal. I mean, usually if the race would have been a little bit longer, I'm pretty sure it would have been up against the wall almost in 3 and 4, but it was just a little bit faster, a little bit down low. Slider line, right entering right through the slick, that was just a little bit faster also. So I was just trying to pull away even more, I guess.
All right, man. Well, give me some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll just let you start getting prepped up for the big block race here in a little bit.
Did you kick me out of here? Was I talking to myself?
No, sir. You're good.
Okay,
okay?
I heard I heard it leave and then me join back. I didn't know what was going on.
Oh, that wasn't me, sir. I did not do that. I'm
All
just
right.
waiting for some shout-outs here, man.
Yeah, I gotta thank all the guys at Full Throttle Motorsports, Getting Nasty Motorsports, Drury Designs, you for putting this on and giving us a place to race. DJ Sim Shop, Dina Super Dirt Car, and yeah, I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to the big block race and at Lima Land, as it's my hometown track, so hopefully we can do some good there too.
All right, man. Congrats on the win. We'll look forward to seeing what you can do here in about 30 minutes.
Appreciate it.
That is Devin Hauer picking up another win. I got to figure out how many wins that is this season for him, because it's a bunch. Between the two series, it's probably at least 7 or 8. But the 316 gets it done again. Let's take a quick look at our feature results. Not a huge field, but some good racing nonetheless. Hauer, Halsey, and DeWert 1, 2, 3. Travis Johnson 4th, Reed Rundle 5th, Larry Moody was 6th, Adam Vinny 7th, Jacob Schmutz 8th, Ryan Paget was 9th, 10th was John Brunner, Tom Westendorf in 11th, Sam Bachman 12th, Matt Westfall 13th, Garrett Boyd was the 14th place finisher. Those guys from 10th on down, I think they all got damaged in that very first crash, and it was just, or actually from 11th on down, excuse me, and I think it was just they were trying to salvage laps and points, and the car just wasn't going to be enough. So we'll see them all back for the big block race. Unfortunately, sometimes in racings, things just happen, and it's out of your control. So you just got to suck it up, Buttercup, and go with it. I want to say thank you to everybody for being here. Without you guys, there's no reason for us to do this. Without all the great leagues giving you fantastic racing like you just saw right here just now, there is nothing for us to cover. Thanks to everybody both sides of that. We're going to be back in about 30 minutes with the Camus Racing Simulators Big Block Modified Series. That's round number 9 at Lima Land. Teeny tiny little high banked. I would call it a bull ring, but I don't know if it actually qualifies because that place races so big. But it is a quarter-mile track, so make sure that you come back and tune in for that. If we don't get to see you again, we thank you for being here one more time, and we wish you the best. Peace and love to everybody. Keep it dirty. We'll be back.